Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the broadcast. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Sorry for the late arrival, I guess. Chandra's having some technical difficulties with her camera, so I just said, well, I'm just going to go live, and she's working on it to fix it, and once she gets it fixed, she's going to come on camera with us. So I just want to say hi to everybody in the chats because we got a lot of action over here. So hello, Wendy. How's it going? Thank you for being here. Hello, Joan. We've got Taria. Hello. How's it going? Rebecca. Welcome in. Crucial Diablo or Mario, right? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hello, Jess. How's it going? Cosmic Sapphire. Hello, hello. Christina Maria. How's it going? Good to see you. Bora Bora. Hello, Valerie. Divine Energy. Hello, hello. Who else is in here that I missed? Dawn is in here. Welcome, Julene. Yes, Nelvin. How's it going? Boo Barth. Hello. Jennifer Mack. Welcome. Laura S. Welcome in. I have now PayPal account. Yay! Hello. So thank you everyone so much. Let me actually start off by letting you guys know who's on the list. Is Micah here, by the way? Just out of curiosity, are you watching? If you are, let me know in the chat. Christina G, how's it going? So we've got Joan on the list. We've got Micah, and Micah, if you're watching, we have you on here for 2 readings, so you can use them both. Hello, Belinda. You can use them both tonight if you want to do like a reading for you and a reading for somebody else, or you can save one of those for next time that we go live together. There's a couple of different options there. We also have Mario on the list, and we have Laura on the list as well. So that's the list we got going on tonight. So there's definitely room if you guys want to join us tonight and get a little reading. What we are going to be doing is co-created readings. So Chandra is going to be doing the human design, which we've gotten a little taste of. Make sure you guys follow her channel as well. But basically, she does human design, which is this amazing way of looking at like your being, your self, your body, like your relationship to your environment. There's like so many cool things that human design can show you, and she brings that gift to us for these mini readings. And then I will look at your astrology. So one of the things that we did notice since the last time we did readings is that it really helps a lot if you guys have a question that you want to ask. Like, it can be anything really. Like, if there's something in your life that you are having some trouble with, or maybe there's an area of your life where you need a little bit of more guidance, those are things you can ask. Think of like the astrology wheel and all the 12 houses, right? We've got like an identity house. We've got like money and self-esteem and confidence house. We have a communication house, house of home and family, our creative activities, our life, our work, our daily life. We've got relationships. We've got change and transformation. We've got like spiritual integration and spiritual awakenings. We have career. We have like friendships and sharing our gifts with the world. And then we have like the full-on 12th house, spiritual house. So all of those areas you can ask questions about. So if you're not sure what to ask, think of something that will help you find more understanding in your life right now. That would be the best way for us to be able to actually give you the best reading possible, because when we're able to answer questions, that is when we have like the best experience of it. So that is how it's gonna go. Colette, welcome in. Michelle Lee, welcome in. Thank you for being in here. So when it is your turn, we will let you know, and then you can give us and tell us your question and what you want to ask and all that good stuff. So, yes, a couple of announcements before we get started. We'll see, is Chandra-san got ready yet? So a couple of announcements. Let me get that other screen ready. So when the things that you can do to get a little more involved with the channel and the community of the channel is to join us on our MeWe group, which is Channel for Grace Starseed Soul Tribe on MeWe. It's an app. You can also join us, follow my page on MeWe, which is at Channel for Grace, which is basically like my IG, but I don't have IG anymore. So that's where you can get my announcements and, all the things and my sharing. And I take these like really beautiful, I go out in nature and do these really epic photo shoots. And then I use those pictures for posting on my page and letting you guys know everything that's going on with me. And I also have Telegram, which is at Channel for Grace as well. If you want to book a reading with me, you can join me. You can find my booking page on my website, which is channelforgrace.guru. And then also my new ebook has just come out. So if you guys are starseeds, have gotten a starseed reading, this is like the perfect thing for you guys. I made it for you guys. Everyone that's gotten a starseed reading from me. So it's an astrological calendar of intergalactic portals, which gives you basically the special moments, the special days that are stargates and that are open portals for us to connect with our star families. And then it gives you like an activity or a ritual or a little ceremony or a meditation that you can do, or even a card reading that helps you align more with the energy and the frequency of that specific thing. So that is that. You can find that on my Etsy shop. I do have a link in the description of this video, and also the spring webinar. If you missed it, the replay is now available for purchase. It's only $22, and you get the astrology for the rest of the spring season and all the transits and planet ingresses as well as the retrogrades, new and full moons, and the eclipses, because we are having some eclipses coming up as well. So all that good stuff. And then there's other things, but you can kind of check out the description of this video and it has all the information. So I don't see Chandra. Oh, there she is. So let me know when you're ready for me to switch over the screen. You're still muted. So when you feel like I'm ready, Freddie,
I'm ready.
Let me know.
I'm ready, Freddie.
Okay, here we go. Here we are. So welcome in, Chandra Sangat. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Did you figure it out?
No.
Okay, it's all good. We will.
It's
figure
fine.
it out
I'm
for
on
later.
the computer camera, and it's good. It's good. It's
okay. Yeah.
What was happening is the lighting was so off. It was like so dark.
Really
you
dark,
can't even see my face with the other camera. I have no idea
really
what
crazy.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. Holy moly. So it's good to be here, you guys. So Joan, feel free to put up your question and give us your information. I'm going to pull up your chart, your astrology, and Chandra's going to pull up your human design. Hello, Veronica. Welcome in. So now we are ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. So it's Joan.
Thank you so much, Jai, for filling in there.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then Micah. And then Mario, and then Laura. So there we go. And if Micah doesn't come into the chat, which I thought, she did send me a message earlier with like her birthday, although she didn't give me a location. So we'll just have to see, how that one plays out. Let's see if there is a location actually. Let me check. Yeah, I don't see a location there. So we'll just.
Did it use a location from? Well, I guess it.
Well,
I've
done a reading for her before, but I'd have to go back and kind of find it. Go through all my readings and stuff to try to find it. So we will see. All right, Joan's question: guidance on complete career change, unfamiliar territory, but excited to do. Digital marketing and more. And then there's her information, 10/16/63.
Okay.
Time and state. Okay. I'm going to pull it up real quick over here. All right, John. 10/16/63. 5:38 p.m. in Bronx. And what we'll do is we'll have Chandra show the human design chart, and then I'll just kind of give you guys have already seen your chart. So I'm just going to let you guys see your human design chart on the screen because I think that's really cool. And I'll give some commentary. I'll be looking at your chart at the same time. So I am ready over here whenever you are, Chandra. I'm going to add some transits here too because you did ask about career change. We do have to know what's going on in your 12th house. So maybe I can just kind of start talking a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
I'm just downloading this.
Okay. So here is I'm gonna take a look at, and I just saw that somebody else got on the list as well.
Awesome.
Nora. So I'm gonna add you in real quick. Okay. So let's see. I do see that. Okay, this is pretty cool. You had the full moon that just happened in Libra was actually in your sixth house of work and your daily life, being in the present moment, and then the sun and Chiron and Venus were all together at 8 degrees in your 12th house. Now they have since then moved into your first house. And so now you're feeling this like more in your body, this like Aries, strong Aries energy. But for now, I can tell you that it was a big activation for you, like a sort of spiritual, a higher perspective that you may have received in these last like couple of days from this powerful full moon. And it was highlighting your Mercury, which is the mind. It's the planet of the mind. So what you're going to feel like is an activation of your intellectual abilities. Plus, Mercury does rule like kind of like the digital marketing, the world of kind of technology like that. Aquarius does too. And you are going through your your second Saturn return. And so you're going to feel like you're coming into your full kind of embodiment of yourself as a teacher in this world. And Aquarius is all about technology. So this is actually really cool. I see a lot of cool placements here that are activating those energies of specifically like digital marketing, which is like very, you say unfamiliar to you, but that's exactly what it feels like. It's Aquarius, right? It's like it's unknown. We don't really know it, but it's also what's going to, help you move forward. The energies move forward into the future. So that's what I'm getting. Are you able to pull
I
her
need
chart
you
up?
to activate the screen sharing. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay. All right, there we go. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So I think pretty exciting stuff there, Joan. Pretty exciting stuff.
Okay. Cool. And so what we have here for Joan as far as the human design is you are an emotional manifesting generator and your strategy is to respond. Now your determination is closed, your cognition is touch, and your environment is valleys. So long as you are in the environment of a place where it is like a hub of activity and of sharing and of collaborating. And if you have a specific focus within that environment, whatever you do will work out. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is that because your strategy is to respond, you need to allow the opportunities to come to you. So this thing has come to you and now you can respond and react to it. So, and it's going to be on a day by day, moment to moment basis. But the other thing is because you're an emotional manifesting generator, because you have your defined solar plexus, that means that you do need to take in all the information that you receive, ride the emotional wave, and then you can respond yes or no to whatever thing or opportunity or person or event has come into your life, whether you're going to say yes to it or not. And if you stay within your strategy, it will be very successful and you'll experience a lot of satisfaction. Now, as a manifesting generator, that's really challenging because with your defined throat center, defined root center, or defined sacral center, you know how to speak things into existence and you have the energy to do it. So it's challenging because manifesting generators have the hardest time using their strategy to respond because it's really hard to wait because you already know what you need to do to get it done and to get to the result. But you must wait for it to come to you, because if you overstep it, if you move forward before it comes to you, you'll feel a lot of frustration and anger because you're manifesting generators, so you have some of both, so you feel both the frustration that generators feel and the anger that manifestors feel when they're not out of they're not working out of their strategy. So you want to make sure, follow your strategy, always respond, give it time. I know how hard that is. Trust me, I'm a manifesting generator and I have like a bunch of channels between my sacral and my throat defined, which means like I can literally just push my way through life and get it to the goal, but I don't feel any satisfaction when I do that. And the best part about following your strategy is that everything becomes really, really easy. Once you just do it, you can start really little with really little things like small invitations that don't matter for, if it's related to finances, your career and all that stuff, it's really important. It's big stuff, right? So if you start with really little things like you realize you really want to go have coffee with somebody, well, just wait for the moment when it'll be either the right time to ask or they'll ask you. um, Little things like that, and and just get into the practice of it, and as you get into the practice of it, everything else will just like roll out like a beautiful red carpet, and you can just smoothly walk through it as the universe will start just like serendipitously bringing everything to you at the exact moment, and eventually you won't need to wait so long. Because when you start the process of getting into the strategy, it feels like waiting lasts forever. It really does. But once you get into the habit, then the things start flowing to you so easily, and it's so much more fun because actually enjoying the moment of the not activity is really, really fun, and I can say that from personal experience. So that's what
Yeah,
I
it
would
is.
say with regards to all of that.
Nice. And then there's one more thing that I did want to add. You do have, it's kind of a similar thing as you, Chandra. She has North Node Cancer, South Node Capricorn, and North Node in the fourth house, South Node in the 10th. So maybe you
Oh,
can,
that's exactly like me.
I know, I know. So I was like, maybe you can give her a little bit of sort of,
Okay.
a little bit of like encouragement as to, I mean, what I would say is that basically with this alignment, you want to also make sure that what you're doing as you know, to help people, to nurture people, which is what you should be doing, is this is your destiny to nurture people in some way, shape, or form, that it has to do with less of like intense career vibes and more of like maybe working from home or and that's why I wanted you to give her a little bit of insight into having
Yes.
this kind of exact thing.
That's so funny
She
because as
says
I was
this is big
talking,
stuff. Wait, she says, this is big stuff. My boss is my son, who is a master manifester. Okay, interesting.
okay, so here's the thing. Whatever you're working on, the south node, north node, Capricorn, Cancer, 10th house, 4th house, we went through. Jai knows what I have gone through with regards to this change going from the south node to the north node, and it's really crazy because it only started making sense once I aligned with my strategy, and it was really freaking hard because when you come from the south node in Capricorn in the 10th house, what it means is that you were an epic success. You probably had a lot of money, a lot of people working under you. You were the boss, you were the man. You probably were a man and the man, and you've experienced this many times in your past lives. So then you come with all of that. You come with the strength and with all of that, and so that's so familiar, and it's so easy to just like, you know exactly where things need to go. You know exactly how to get to the top of the mountain. But the North Node Cancer is like, whoa, soften it up way, 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 way down. That's the thing that the North Node Cancer in the fourth house is telling you, is like, whatever you're doing, get into your strategy. The more you respond and the more you feel really good about it, and it comes from this really gut, like internal body, good nurturing feeling, the thing that is right for you will feel for you like you're getting a big giant bear hug. That's the sensation you'll get in your body that'll tell you that it's a yes, and that's going to keep taking you to the north node destiny that you have. So as far as what the specific thing you're doing doesn't matter. The thing about going from Capricorn to Cancer is that you're going away from external success and towards internal success. So all of the things that you will continue to experience as you get more into your strategy will be really good for you, your personal journey. Let's see, you are a right angle cross incarnation. So this is for you. This is all about you. This is all for you. It's for you to nurture others and especially nurture yourself. Because the one thing that we can know about Capricorns is they're really, really good at getting to the top of the mountain despite themselves, right? Like they're really good at just grinding through, but that's the exact opposite of the thing you need to do, literally, because you're exact opposite, right? At the North Node Cancer. So definitely 100% work on your responding, work on letting everything go. And if there's any time that you're feeling frustration or anger, the one thing that I have done and learned throughout years and years of practicing this is take a bath, have a coffee, sit down and just be in the quiet. Like it's all about self-care. It starts with the tiny, tiny adjustment. And from that, you can move forward. It's like you have to give time to time. You have to give space and time to the thing. So there you go.
Awesome. Awesome. I don't see Micah in the chat, so we are going to go to Mario. Mario is next. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And yeah, so put up your question and then let us know what your information is. It's time, date of birth, time of birth, and then location as well. Yeah, and that was really insightful. All of that, really insightful. It's so good to, this is why I love human design. It's so good to know all of these things that really affect you in a very kind of personal way. It's really important because knowing at least the things that I know now about human design, I understand myself so much better. And what it takes away is a lot of the judgment because we feel like forced to do things a certain way that it's just so against our nature, you know? So that's why I think human design is so insightful, and astrology too. I mean, I freaking love astrology, but yeah. There's something about, so the cool thing about human design too is that it's such practical insight. That's really cool too.
Yeah, that's
So
my favorite. I think it's because of that, right? Like it's totally because of my South Node. I love practical stuff.
yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
same. All right. Yes. Thank you, Joan.
Here's
That
the
was
list too,
cool.
because I know a few people got on the list as well. We've got Mario, Laura, Nora, Tamara, and Ronnie. That's the list. So we're waiting for Mario to put up his question and his information, and then we're gonna go to Laura, and then Nora, and then Tamara, and then Ronnie and Micah. If you're watching, please put your question in the chat. And as soon as you are able to give us your information, because I know you sent me some information, but you didn't tell me the location. Not able to do the reading unless I have that. I guess in the meantime, I can try to maybe pull up Micah's information. I'm going to try to look up.
Yeah,
So,
see if you can find it,
yeah,
and then
that way we can just maybe
so
do
then
the
we've
reading
got
and do a
Mario and then
general
Laura.
reading. Yeah. So Mario, we're waiting for your question. So if you could please put it in the chat, that would be awesome. Give us your date of birth, time, location, and then what question you want answered by this reading. And I'm going to do a little search in my email real quick. for Micah's information from before. Okay, let's see.
Can you hear Ellie snoring?
No. Can you hear Gaia's bowl going?
Kind of, yes.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, you did too? I didn't see it in my
Oh, Belinda. Okay,
PayPal,
very
but
nice.
I will double check.
Yay.
I will double check right now. And also, will you do me a favor and check on your end too to make sure that it actually went through? And we'll see where you are in the order of that
Mario
list.
Alberto
So I
Munguia.
found
Munguia. 5592.
Okay, I found Micah's information. So when maybe after this we can just do a general reading for Micah because I
Okay,
don't know what's
that
going on
sounds
with
good.
the whole not being in the chat thing. I really have no idea.
And then Mario is 5592, 8:28 p.m., Riverside, California. 5592.
Okay, 5,
You just put that in there.
8:28 p.m.
What was I saying about people being born
Riverside.
in the 90s? You're too young for me and I can't take it. It makes me feel old is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, cool. He wants to know more about the 12th house. I like it. I'm
Ooh,
kind of new to
okay.
he's kind of new to spirituality and he wants to know more about the
Oh, that is
12th
awesome.
house.
Okay.
I know, that's exciting. That's like our favorite kind of question. So let me just make sure I got it right.
So if you
feel free to
tell me
yeah.
where everything is in the 12th house, I can tell you what things are being activated in the human design.
Okay.
So you
92,
should go
8:28
first
PM,
and
Riverside.
then
Okay. I'll go first. So, but let me add transits too, just in case.
oh yeah, good idea.
Okay, so getting like emails. I'm like, what's going on tonight?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, okay. So Aries rising. Wait, no, this is the wrong one. Just kidding.
JK, that's me.
And Joan. Okay, Mario. Here we go. Scorpio rising. So he's actually has Scorpio in the 12th house.
Ooh, okay.
So there we go. Moon right now is actually in Scorpio, you guys, by the way, in case anybody wanted to know.
Very nice.
Which is like really about kind of us facing our fears. But this is a short transit. So every 2.5 days, the moon switches signs. So this is not as kind of prevalent as some of the other energies that you may be feeling right now affecting you. So what you are feeling right now is a lot of energy in your 4th and your 5th house, and you were born with Mars in Aries. So you have a strong drive to take action in your life. That's actually a really good thing. The full moon that we just had was actually in your 10th house of career. So activating your 10th house. And now all of that Aries energy is really into your 5th house of creativity. So you're feeling like inspired to activate, to get things moving, to create, to be in that space of like passionate activation, passionate action. And then if you want to know more about like just in general in the 12th house, you have Pluto in your 12th house in Scorpio.
Okay.
So that's a very strong energy. That's a magnetic energy. This is where your power lies, is strong intuition and the ability to really see the unseen and hear the unheard and face the truth about things. Like seeing truth plainly like it is not something that is out of your comfort zone. This is something that's actually very much in your comfort zone. And people may be drawn to you because you are very psychic and intuitive, whether you are consciously aware of it or not, or whether you know what your psychic gifts are yet or not. You do have Moon in Gemini. So you're very intellectual. Sun in Taurus, Venus in Taurus as well. You were born with Sun very close to Venus, which is significant. Chiron in Leo, North Node Capricorn, South Node Cancer. Oh, South Node with the moon too. That could be issues with the
Mm.
mother or the feminine, or a mother nurturing energy in your life. It could be things like that. But your emotions are kind of tied with sort of past life, situations and relationships that maybe keep coming up for you, because is there something that you came here to revisit in your life in terms of that? But you really are here to focus on career and making a life for yourself. You have a lot of Capricorn energy: North Node Capricorn, Pallas Athena Capricorn, Uranus, Neptune, and Black Moon Lilith in Capricorn.
Wow.
Capricorn. Sorry, I just had to say it a couple more times like that.
Capricorn.
And
I like
Capricorn.
it.
In the second house. So basically what I'm seeing is like this is the high potential to make money, to make a lot of money and to bring it in, but you're going to have to work hard and take all those little steps to get to that space, because that's what's going to bring the abundance in that you want. So that is,
Mm.
that's what we got.
Is Saturn in where's Saturn?
Saturn in Aquarius. Oh. Okay,
Because
so one more thing.
his lines. Okay, wait. The sun is where?
Sixth house.
In what sign?
Aquarius. Wait, no, Taurus. Sorry. Now you're confusing me because he's about to go through his Saturn return, yo.
Oh, okay.
I gotta
Sorry.
say
Keep
that.
going
Yeah.
then.
So hold on.
My bad. Moo.
So, okay, you're about to go through your Saturn return. Wow, I know actually a few people that are going through their Saturn return this year. So, what is going to feel like is it's going to have the theme of like you communicating, finding your voice, speaking through, open throat chakra, like whatever happens. Saturn makes us mature. So whatever this experience is, all right, awesome, Micah. Whatever this experience is that you need to go through to mature has to do with your ability to communicate and speak your truth and focus on the people and even friendships, acquaintances. This is the realm that you're going to experience this information in or within. So this is big. This is not oh, it's just another transit. No, Saturn return is a big deal, and everyone goes through it. Everyone goes through their experience, and they, in the end, even though it's a difficult transit, in the end, we come out stronger, more mature, more grounded, more ready to be in our own like space and to really become adults. Like finally really like transition into a whole nother level. Like I've heard people say that you really can't be an astrologer unless you've gone through your Saturn return, because that's how much the Saturn return really gives you. So I'm going to shut up now and let you talk, Chandra.
I know that's cool. I have a lot of things to say about the Saturn return. I feel like I wasn't a full human until I went through my Saturn return. So it's just we're babies. We're just babies until the Saturn return, and I mean that in a good way. Like, but we're kids, and then we go through the Saturn return, and we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's like, you're like,
Wherever
but
it
I'm
is
like
for you.
29. What the heck? I'm an adult. But then you're like, not really. Damn.
Yeah,
I didn't know I needed to go
Okay, I
through that
love that.
one.
So the career, okay, but here's the thing. So your success lines are in the where you see the point 3, that's where you will find success. So through this Saturn return, you will find success in terms of prosperity. But what about Neptune? Where's Neptune?
Neptune in Capricorn in the second.
Okay. And the sun is in Taurus,
Yes.
you said? Okay. And then Mars in
Aries.
Aries. Okay. And then what else did I see here? I saw one more thing before Nept. Okay, yeah. So there's Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, and Taurus. That's a lot of earth energy, but it's a nice mix of fire, air, and earth. Yeah. So this Saturn return is definitely going to shift your life in a way that's going to take you to that prosperity in your life. Now, you are a reflector, which is extremely rare.
Oh,
Look at
okay. But then
all
remember,
these.
okay, I'll let you continue, but remember his original question about spirituality in the 12th house.
Yes. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you about so Pluto here is in your 12th house of Scorpio, and it's activating this gate here, 43, which is coming out of the Ajna center. This is called the gate of breakthrough and the gate of insight. This gate is about your inner voice, a unique way of perception that is the result of sudden insights that can take you to the next level or a completely new perspective. It's not a premeditated process, it just happens spontaneously. So, your mind can know things in a deeply unique way and is in constant process of structuring them. So structuring all of the hits and intuition, in intuitive visions that you get, so you can formulate them and use them as concepts. Now, this way, radical new concepts are brought into the world. You are one of those people that when you speak and share those things, you're literally manifesting radical new ideas and radical new concepts because they're coming through you. You have all of these undefined centers. This is the beauty of being a reflector, is you are all experience. The strategy for a reflector is to wait a lunar cycle, because anything that you do, in order to know whether it's right for you, it will come into your life, and then you must wait an entire lunar cycle from when it came in. So that's 28 days or so to know if it's still in your life, then it's probably right for you. If it has gone and moved on, it's not for you, because there is no other way to move about. So you're here to absorb experience, to absorb life. And when you share those insights, you're bringing from the ether to this physical time space reality epic, mind blowing ideas and mind blowing concepts. And you probably already do this with all your friends, and they might think you're really weird, but this is your epic gift. So, sometimes people with this gate activated have a hard time listening to others, and this is just a genetic predisposition to protect yourself from unwanted outside influences. That is totally okay. The other thing I want to say is that you have indirect determination, so the way you process and digest information, but also food, is in the nighttime. Your body digests food a lot better when the sun has gone down already. And it's one of the most evolved types of digestion. So you came with a really evolved sense. Your body is extremely evolved in that way. It's a whole new way. It's a newer way as far as human design and the way the genetics have gone. It's a new and evolved way of being a human, of being in this body, right? To be able to digest at night, that's to be able to consume food when the sun has gone down and digest it safely. Your body can do that. Most people need to consume food when the sun is up, when there is light. So,
He's like,
um,
what? Are you watching his
no,
comments?
I'm not watching because I'm like, I've got all my notes up here. Hold on. And there's let's see. I want to say two more things, okay? Your cognition is inner vision. So inner vision is all about You need space and time to be in your space, in your little whatever space of safety, so you can fully check out and receive epic visions. You are clear cognizant, clairaudient, you're clear everything because you have all undefined centers, but especially claircognizant and clairaudient, and you will see things and you will hear things when you're in meditation. So meditation is really important for you. You're also a non-energy being, so you need others for energy. You need the exchange with other people to be able to achieve the things that you want to do. It's a really beautiful collaborative sort of incarnation. And the other thing to note again is your strategy to wait a lunar cycle. So while you need other people, you need to be sure that they are right for you. So people will constantly be coming into your life because you're attracting all the time. But you must wait a little while, at least one lunar cycle, to know if that person's energy is right for you. And the most important thing for reflectors is their environment. And your environment is mountains passive, which means that you must have a perspective. You must be able to see things. If you live in a high rise where you have this like overview of the city, or if you just live on the second floor, or your room is off of the second floor and you can see the city, that space brings you the energy that you need to succeed, because the environment is the most important thing for reflectors. If they're in the wrong environment, everything will feel off. Everything will go wrong. If you're in the right environment, then everything will be smooth and flow beautifully, and you'll have success and all of the things that we all want. So that's a lot, but you're an epic spiritual being. Like, this incarnation is amazing. So
I
thank
love,
you for being
dude,
here.
the reflectors are like so like mysterious to me, that energy. I'm like, what? So
It's
he
totally
said, one of
mysterious.
the things that he said was, I don't know anything about lunar cycles. So, what is
Okay.
it about the lunar cycles that he should be paying attention to? Because there's a lot of information there. So, if you could be a little
just
more
just
specific.
the whole thing about waiting a lunar cycle is about literally you just cannot move. It is much better for a reflector to sit and wait. And it's really good for you to just be the one who is helping others understand their environment. So you're
So,
like,
so when you say,
your
because
energy comes in. Yes. So your energy is like what we think of. It's not necessarily how you are, but your energy, your essence, and your job is to sit like the Buddhas and wait for someone to come and ask a question and then give them the answer. But here's the thing, to wait a lunar cycle is because you need other people to help you have the energy to achieve the things you want.
so what does waiting a
One
lunar cycle mean?
Yeah, one lunar cycle means literally, let's say we came into your life right around the full moon, right? Somehow into your presence, or I'm going to assume that we came into your presence around the full moon. It might have been the quarter moon before that, whatever that was. But you must see at the next full moon, if we're still in your life, then we're right for you. And if we've somehow not in your life, then it wasn't for you. And you have to wait that
Wow.
long. You have to wait that long to know if something is right for you or not. That's why the energy of the whole sit and wait. And that's why environment is so important, because you end up being in one environment for a long time, much longer than most people. Manifestors are like instantaneous. Ding, ding, ding. Generators a
Wow.
little bit slower. Projectors a little bit slower. Reflectors the slowest of all.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Wow. What a
Yeah, you
reading. Yeah,
literally
for
have to
sure.
wait a whole month to know if someone or something or an experience or an event, anything, if it's still right for you, you have to wait a whole month and then you will know if it's right for you.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. So, Colleen, is there room to get another reading? We have 10 people on the list. Well, total, that's like as much as we take. We can, I don't know. What do you think, Chandra? We still have
Where are we
Micah.
at? We
Micah
did
is next, by
Joan,
the way. So
Mario.
please put up your question in the chat. So we have Laura. We got to do Micah, and then we got to find out if Micah wants to do 1 or 2 readings. And then we have Laura, Nora, Tamara, Ronnie, Belinda, and then another for Belinda. I can't remember who else she's doing it for. And then Aaron. That's kind of a lot, you guys. I think we're
Aaron with an
we're
E?
kind of full. It's Aaron. Aerin.
A?
Aerin.
Aerin.
Yeah.
Cool.
Aaron.
Okay.
Aaron.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's quite
7,
a bit.
8, 9, 10, 11.
I
Oh
would
yeah,
say,
that's a lot.
I would say that's we still got so Colleen, if you want a reading, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take signups for the next time, which is gonna be in 2 weeks.
I would
Or
say
you
get
could
on the
wait.
list because then you can see that they get filled up kind of fast. So.
Yeah, yeah, they do. Okay, so Micah is next. So I was able to pull up the info. So why don't you put up your
okay,
question?
Hold on. Let me
in the
pull
chat
up the chart while you give me the info. Give me
yeah.
just
Okay.
a second
So
to
I'm
pull
going to
this
do the
up.
same as well from over here. Okay. So
What's the year?
it's 9/1/1970.
Month 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time?
September 1st, 1970 at 6:37, I would assume AM. And then it was Tulsa.
Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
Cool. We have family in Tulsa.
I know we do. Okay.
And that's right on my moon line. Cool.
Hey now.
Okay. This
Naomi,
whole
got
moon line
it.
thing is astrocartography. Stay tuned for that. At some point.
Oh my God, I am this close
to
to getting ready to do the composite charts, you guys, for people that are in union or in like a relationship, like an official relationship, conscious relationship. So that's I can't wait to do those because I'm finally going to be able to do twin flame readings, which people are probably like, what? Jai's gonna do
Wait, hold on. Jai's going to talk about twin flames?
I'm going to do twin flame readings, but only for people in union. That's the thing.
Oh, I like
it's
that.
It's not hypothetical. I can't do hypothetical stuff. Like if we were together or things like that. Because that's actually, there's a little rule in astrology where you don't do that with composite charts. Like you can, but it's not really recommended. What the composite charts are recommended for people that are together in a relationship, and then you can see the energy of the two people together, but they have to be together. The energies have to be together consciously to be able to actually do this reading, which I actually think is so cool. That's why I'm so excited about it. But also because I'll finally be able to really see like so many things that I don't look at in the regular chart. Like we're going to be doing some crazy asteroid stuff, and it's just really exciting. Okay.
If you haven't already, get your goddess oils.
Your daughter has her birthday. Your daughter's birthday is June 3rd, Micah. That's awesome.
Yay!
I know, that's so cool. So do you have a question that you want to ask? Is there a special area in your life that you need to work on or have more guidance in? Feel free to pull up her chart on the screen, Chandra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
I will share it. Yes, I've got it ready.
Oh my God, everybody wants a reading. So what's your question, Micah? Stephanie, welcome in. So we just filled up the list. Shucks, we just filled up the list. If you want to get on the list for next time, which is going to be every 2 weeks, we're going to do this, then get on the list now, because as you can see, they keep filling up really fast. So we, you know what, Chandra, I'm just going to just start talking. Just go. What do you see?
Okay, so Micah, I don't know if I spelled the name exactly correct, but I hope I did. Um, Now, Micah is an emotional generator, so full on generator, not a manifesting generator, with a completely open spleen. You have a defined solar plexus, so this is where the strategy to respond needs to wait for that wave of emotion to gather all of the information to know whether something is right for you or not, to know whether you are sure about the yes or the no. And the thing that we say in human design is for an emotionally guided person, where your inner authority is the emotional solar plexus, that's anyone who has a defined solar plexus, then you want to wait until you're in that steady buzzing energy, not the woo or the wah, but the steady in
Not the
between.
woo or the wah.
It's totally that though. If you're a generator with a defined solar plexus, you'll know what I mean. Where you're in the middle, then that's when you can make your decisions. So wait before, don't react out of triggers, and like if anything just shoots you way high or way low emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
just wait until you come back
Mm-hmm.
to that steady, where the cork is floating and chilling at the surface of the water. It's kind of like, if you think about it, where the water meets the air, right at the surface, when you're there, that's when you make your decision. That's when you're like, okay, now I know because I've gotten all the information. The other cool thing about being an emotionally guided person, where you have the emotional authority, is that it's a very much moment to moment existence. It's really cool to be a person with a defined solar plexus, because you know exactly what it's like to just be in the moment all the time. Especially when you were a kid, you were definitely just right here, right now, all the time. That's very cool. It's very different to have an undefined or open solar plexus. It's much more of a detached, observing energy, and there's a lot less attachment to the now. So
Did you
that's very
see
cool.
her question in the chat?
I did not. Let's see the question.
Okay. Yeah, it'll help you.
Family farm business. What do I need to do to help make our business successful and help find joy with family? Okay. For you personally to find that satisfaction, you will find the satisfaction if you always, always, always act out of your strategy to respond. Things are coming at you all the time, and especially when you have a family business, people, thoughts, ideas, activities, emotions, all those things are coming at you all the time, all day, every day. Your job to receive and feel satisfaction is to just respond with your yes or no. And it's an automatic. You know if it's a yes or no. There's not a lot of thinking. The cool thing about being a generator and having that as your strategy to respond is that you don't need to know the why. You don't need to be certain. And you also have undefined crown and ajna. You're not here to answer anyone's questions, and you're not here to be certain. So you don't need to know the why of why it's a yes or a no for any particular thing. It just is. And you need to trust and have that epic trust in yourself, because the more you go off of that, the more satisfaction you will feel, because the beauty is you get to experience the outcome of the yes or the no. You get to witness life when you say yes or no out of your strategy, and how beautiful it is to have that epic trust in your inner knowing and your inner guidance. And it's really, really cool to have that experience. Um, Let me see if I can see anything else. Your environment is mountains active. So you need to be able to take an active role in your environment, but you also need to be able to have perspective within it. So it's really important not to have
North Node
things where you
Pisces.
can't see them. Yeah, where you can't see them. it's important to bring things down from shelves, at least in your off if you have an office, just in your office, wherever you have your space that you have control over, because the home, if you have people and if you live on a farm, then you probably have like a million things going on. It's not going to be in your control all the time, and you won't be able to control all of that. But what you can do is, if you have a desk or an office or a space that is just yours, make sure that it is where you can see everything and be able to take a step back and witness all of it in one instance, right? Like if you had a camera, you could put the whole thing in the frame of the camera. And that's going to be really important to make you feel that safety, that security, and that confidence to move forward with whatever it is that you need to do.
Okay, so you also have North Node Pisces, which is very much you're here to really have a spiritual experience, but you're here to experience that in the magic of the everyday world because it's in your sixth house of Virgo, which is being in the present moment. That what you were just saying right now was very much connected to that energy. You also have the South Node transiting through your fourth house, which means empty the cup. Things are changing at home. Things are changing fast, and there is sort of like this expansive energy. But what it's doing is like you're transforming and transmuting the energy of home into the 10th house of career and bringing in abundance because the North Node is transiting your 10th house. Mars is right there with the North Node, driving you to like open communication, to focus on, what's in front of you, to focus on business. It's really asking you to do that. So this is a really good time. Also, you have the full moon energies were happening in your second and eighth houses. So the moon was in your second, which means magnifying and lighting up that place, bringing money in, bringing the abundance in, and then Sun, Venus, and Chiron were in your eighth house of death, change, and transformation. So I feel like there's a lot of things that are still, they're changing, they're getting ready to transform and become something really powerful. And you're also going through your Chiron return. So this year is a year where you are coming to your full sort of crone energy. And I know a lot of people don't like that word, but this is your full wisdom. The crone is like the wise woman. She is like the embodiment of like, she's gone through it. There's so much experience that kind of, backs up your life. And you have that like sort of, sovereignty that most people don't have because they haven't yet fully gone through that full-on journey. And the Chiron return is the moment when that happens, and then we're like in our prime basically of life. We are the wise ones in society, in our communities and stuff like that. And so there is a lot, but if you're seeing that success and if you're seeing that powerful stuff happening in the business, keep doing that. She loves the crown. I
So
love
I
that. Yeah.
just want to add that there is success and prosperity with the North Node. So
Oh,
go towards that because it is in one of your third lines.
it's the sixth
So
house in Pisces.
yeah, there is a lot of success and prosperity with that, which makes a lot of sense. I think you have an intuitive knowing of what it is that your family needs. So you keep filling in the gaps for them. You keep filling in the gaps because you know where they are, because you're probably with this mountains perspective environment that you have in your design, you know, oh, something needs to go over there, something needs to go over there, this person needs this, that animal needs that, this tractor broke apart, we need to fix that. And you can probably even foresee it because it's Pisces, but it's a
Mm.
very much day-to-day
Mm-hmm.
work
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
So keep doing that. That is a huge skill that you have. Keep doing that because that is the answer to your question. That's how you'll be able to find joy with family, because you can fill in the gaps for people and they will feel good. The business will thrive and everything will be beautiful.
Beautiful. And also, Micah, I just want to say kind of a little side note. I think you probably got my emails, but you have a credit for like another reading. If you want to do it tonight, we can, maybe for somebody else, or if you have another question, or we can save that reading for next time. But I'll let you just take a moment and think about it, and then we're going to go on to the next person. And if you do want to do another reading tonight, just let us know. But next is Laura Schumacher. So go ahead and put up your question, Laura. And here's the rest of the list. We've got Nora after Laura, then Tamara, then Ronnie, then Belinda, then Naomi, and then Aaron. You're welcome, Micah. You're welcome. Yes, these.
I like that name, Mother Mary Astrology.
Yeah, that's cool, huh?
I like that. I always say, Holy Mother of God.
All right, there's guidance on relationships from Laura. So let's pull it up. We've got February 4th, 64. So 2464 at 1:29 p.m. Yeah, and it helps a lot, you guys, if you have your question ready and just like kind of copy and paste it into the chat. That makes this transition between the readings go a lot quicker. In Oakland, California. A lot of California people.
There we go.
You got it? So 24.
I love this. Californians rise. Let's get together and be spiritual, yo.
Okay, Micah. Awesome. Thank you. All right, so guidance on relationships. All right, let's see. 7th house. Okay, let me actually add the transits here because I think that'll give me a little bit more. So you have South Node in the 7th house of relationships, Laura. So this means that relationships are really here to teach you and to help you release old patterns, stories, karmic situations. And you may even meet people that you've known before in your past, in romantic relationships and business relationships. It means that as well. But they're lessons. So getting stuck in that space is going to cause you to stay in those like repetitive patterns, and it's going to feel like life doesn't stop. Like life doesn't keep going forward. You're just stuck in some kind of cycle, right? Relationships can feel that way to you. So what you want to focus on is on yourself, on nurturing yourself. Believe it or not, when you focus, because you have North Node in Cancer in the 1st house, when you focus on yourself, when you take care of yourself, when you nurture yourself, that is when you're going to actually attract the kind of relationship that you want. You will be able to bring people into your life that also want to nurture you as well. But really the focus is when you focus on yourself, that's the most important thing. The other thing I want to say too is all of the Capricorn of 2020 affected your 7th and your 8th houses. So a lot of relationship, you may have felt like you went through some karmic releases in regards to relationships last year, and now you're like entering like a whole new different zone. You are also someone who is getting ready to go through her 2nd Saturn return. So this is the wise energy that comes through that says it's even beyond the Chiron return. This is like you are stepping into a whole nother level of wisdom in your life. And it's aspecting your sun, your Mars, and obviously your own Saturn. And this is really expanding, and this is all in your 9th house. So you're really stepping into your power as a teacher in a way by just being the example for others. And think of a lot of unexpected things that may be coming up for you as well, revisiting belief systems and figuring out what do I really believe in, where do I want to put my attention and my focus, and where's your Venus in Pisces. So there's a lot aspecting your relationships, but in terms of your 10th house of career, because you got Venus in the 10th house. So this is about spiritual connections. And right now you may be feeling the need or the desire to really connect with people on a spiritual level. In general, that's what you truly desire in relationships. And when you are in that space, again, that's trining your North Node, you will find more connections with people that help you to tap into the spiritual and the emotional side of life, and less the karmic situations. So that is what I want to say. You have moon in Scorpio too, so there's kind of a grand trine in water, so you're really intuitive. Okay, go ahead, Chandra.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because I'm looking at where you were talking about the Venus. Venus is activating gate 61 and gate 43. And we talked about this. You are also a reflector.
Oh my god,
Epic. Yeah,
I
I
didn't
know. We're
even
getting the
notice that when I
reflectors
was like
today, which
looking
is
at this.
amazing.
What? It's
Yeah,
rare,
I
you
love
guys.
this.
Isn't that the most rare?
It's like 1% of the population. So to have two of them already in this generally small group
We're
is like,
attracting them.
obviously. It's awesome. I love it. I think it's amazing because you're just here to experience everything, and the energy of a reflector is really quite unusual because you're like a chameleon of everything. That is why a lot of people feel like they know you, because you reflect them to themselves. Like you're always reflecting and expanding and magnifying all of who somebody else is. So you, when you meet someone else, are reflecting all of them back to them, so they feel really open. With everyone feels really open with reflectors. The thing that I would say with regards to relationships is, for sure, follow your strategy, which is to wait the lunar cycle. So with regards to relationships, people will come into your life all the time. You must wait a full month, a full lunar cycle, and take a look at the moon. If you find someone that you really like, if you don't already have a moon app, just take a look at the moon where it is. Get an app or whatever you need to look at, and then remember, oh, what's the date that I need to think about this again? Because on that full lunar cycle day, when you come back to that same moon the next month, you will have the answer if it's a yes or no with that person. So it's really cool because it actually, when you think about relationships, it's very beautiful when things grow very organically and very naturally. And as a reflector, you are required to do that with relationships. You're required to let them grow through minimum a lunar cycle. And if you want something to be long lasting, it needs to be even longer and longer and longer, like several lunar cycles, to develop something in a slow and steady kind of way. So you have the potential to have extremely long lasting relationships because you have the ability to gather all of this information and be able to just like feel it all over your body and know if it's right for you, which is, it's cool. It's a very different sort of existence than really the rest of humanity. Let me think again. What else? Oh, and we talked about this gate 43. This is the gate of insight. This is where you have this extreme level of knowing, and it's instinctual and it's immediate, and you're able to process all of that and bring these epic ideas into fruition, into this reality. So we need people like you and Mario, because you're the ones that are bringing these ideas into existence. We wouldn't have them if you weren't here, if
Wow.
people who have this gate activated weren't here, which is insane that we have two of you. Not
Right?
only reflectors but also the same gate.
Oh my
It's an
god.
epic power. It's an epic power. You
Amazing.
also have inner vision cognition, so you need time and space to be able to check out and meditate and just give yourself that opportunity, and and make sure that everyone else understands that you require this, because and they can just deal while you're doing this, because it's very important for you to receive the images, to receive the messages, and be able to share them with the rest of us. So let me see. Your environment is different. So for you, you have valleys and wide. So for you, even more
Ooh.
so as a reflector, you need cooperative. Valleys are where we developed in where society developed, so that's where people came together to barter, to trade, to create civilization. So you need your environment must be collaborative. You must be able to share ideas, to share things, to share, and then you have a wide perspective of it. So it's not so much a focused one thing sort of interaction with people, but you can have multiple interactions going on at the same time. And that is the best environment for you. And it's really important for reflectors to be in their most adequate environment. So you definitely want to make sure that wherever you are, it doesn't matter if you're in the woods or the ocean or the city or whatever, that it is a place where you can have at least a place to go, or it comes to you where you can collaborate and share ideas and trade ideas, trade things, trade experiences, trade energy. That's really, really important for you.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Amazing.
that's very, very, very cool.
Very powerful. We've got Nora next. Feel free to put up your question. And then it's Tamara, Ronnie, Belinda, Naomi, and Aaron. So thank you guys so much for your patience. These readings do end up being a little bit longer than normal because it's both of us and we're both giving you kind of our individual little readings. So but I love doing this and I love how we can work together and how the human design also uses astrology, and you can see exactly like where the points are by also looking at your astrology chart. So there we go. And you're welcome, Laura. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. All right.
The silence.
The cool thing about reflectors is that that's the thing with relationships, is because you're taking in information. So you need to be really mindful of whose energy you're taking in. That's why there's the whole wait a lunar cycle, and allow yourself to feel it out for a full lunar cycle, so then you will know if it's a yes or a no. Yeah.
Awesome.
Guidance on love life. Okay. 11.
Another California person.
Anaheim.
Dude.
Dude, these beautiful
11, 5, 7, 9, 7,
Epic.
15 a.m. in Anaheim. Okay. So relationships. Let's see. Guidance on love life or lack thereof, please. Okay. Let's see what I got. You've got Venus and Sagittarius in your first house, which means that in general, in terms of relationships, you really do desire you need a little more freedom than most people in relationships. It may feel a little bit difficult to commit because unless you feel that freedom within the relationship, then the constriction will make you want to run away or leave or escape. That's what can happen with relationships in general. Venus in Sagittarius in your first house. So this has to do also too with like your body. But what you truly desire is that freedom, but it is really like a buddy that you can adventure with. I think that's what like comes up the most, is what's going to make you really happy is like two free birds, right? Like freedom loving people that just want to go explore the world and expand their horizons. And that's going to be really where your heart truly lies. The South Node is transiting your first house. Actually, you're not your second, your first house. And it is affecting your own sense of self and your own identity. So it's like you're going through a transformation, a letting go of an old sense of self and stepping into a new sense of self. And so as you do this, the North Node is transiting your seventh house. Now, here's another thing about your seventh house. You have your moon in Gemini, of all things, in the seventh house. And wherever your moon is at in your chart is where life fluctuates the most. So, and this is opposite your Venus, right? So, exactly opposite. Wow. Venus at 1 degree, moon at 1 degree. That is a little crazy. So, this is where your life fluctuates the most. So, your relationships are the things that are always changing and always flowing. And so, finding it's even more difficult for you to commit because you're also needing mental stimulation. That's another thing about relationships. You need to be able to talk and express yourself and share your feelings by talking about them and logicking through them. That's what Moon in Gemini wants to do. Now the North Node transiting your seventh house is saying this is where you want to focus your energy. Like this is what's going to make you feel really good. By the way, have you gotten a starseed reading from me? Because I just realized your moon is actually on the Pleiades, by the way. So you're a Pleiadian starseed, which is very close, just 1 degree away. So I'm just going to say that. That's really cool. But basically, like the North Node is saying relationships are actually important focus for you right now. So there's something that is contained within there, within relationships, if you're open to exploring them, that will help you find your center in a way within relationships in general. So that's what I got from the astrological perspective.
So, what I see here for the human design is first of all, I just want to talk a little bit generally about where you're at your best. So, you're an emotional manifesting generator, which means that you must follow your strategy to respond. But it's really challenging because you do have these gates activated from the throat to the spleen and to your generator motor, which is the sacral center. And that means that this gate, this energy is constantly available to you, and you know exactly how to all the time get through and do whatever it is that you need to do to manifest whatever it is that you damn well please. However, if you don't wait to respond, then you will feel a lot of frustration and a lot of anger, because as a manifesting generator, you get to feel both of the negative sides of generators, which is frustration, and of manifestors, which is anger. If you follow your strategy, then you feel a lot of satisfaction. So if at any time you're starting to feel frustrated, antsy, or angry, just take a step back and give yourself a second to breathe, because you're probably not following your strategy. And just that moment will bring something into your life that you can then respond to. The other thing that's huge is that you have a really undefined root center, which means that you're always feeling like you're under pressure to finish things so that you can be out of pressure, right? You're always wanting to finish all the tasks on your list so that you can get rid of the pressure. Well, that's not what you're here to do. You're not here to finish any of those things. You're here to release the pressure by letting go of your judgment of yourself to finish. You don't have to finish any of the things. It's totally fine, and you can totally just release that. The other thing is you're not here to be certain, and you're not here to answer anyone's questions. You have an undefined crown and an undefined ajna. You have an epic power to receive a lot of information in those centers, but you don't need to be able to make it sound right. You have the ability to speak things into existence, and to do things and to make things become reality in this time space 3D reality. But they don't need to make sense to anybody other than to you. It'll make sense in your mind somehow, and you don't need to answer, anyone's questions or be certain about why you did anything. which is important, especially in relationship, because if you're going off of your not self, which is trying to use your mind to rationalize and do things out of the centers that are open, which you're under pressure to be able to be certain, and you're under pressure to answer people's questions, and you're under pressure to finish things. If you're ever trying to rationalize, well, this will be great because then I'll be done with something, or this will be great because it'll make sense to somebody, then if you're doing that in relationship, you're just going to feel really off, and that's going to drain all of your energy. So if you follow your strategy, you're going to wake up every day. You're going to hit the sack every day. Like you're going to hit your pillow feeling amazing. Like you used up all your energy, but it feels really good. And the next day you're going to wake up and you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I feel so rested. But that's when you're always following your strategy. And then you were talking about the moon. The moon over here in your personality side is in gate 20, which is the gate of direction and the now. And this is why you're like maybe on the fence about things, or not sure, do I have a relationship, do I not have a relationship, because you have this epic ability to always be in the now. You're just always in contemplating the now, in focused and being absorbed in the moment, in your current right now experience, which is an epic power, and other people are learning from you. Your environment style is observed, so you're an influencer. People are watching you, and that is your epic power. So that also can create some issues when it comes to relationship, because not everyone is in the now, and not everyone is able to appreciate the beauty of that skill of yours. So that's what's coming through really strongly as far as the relationship question.
Thank you. Amazing.
Yeah.
So we have Tamara next. Is Jennifer Mack, is that you? Just making sure. And I will get the chart ready. I'm assuming it is, but we'll find out.
Bless
Excuse
you.
me.
Too much sugar? Oh yeah. Did you have an alfajor?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't. No sugar.
I'm just
No
kidding.
sugar.
I'm just kidding. I definitely had way too much sugar, and I'm very happy with it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I remember now, like doing a reading. Oh, you're welcome, Nora. Doing a reading for you, Tamara or Tamara. I don't know how you say it, but I didn't remember that was you. So there we go. This is her, Jennifer Mack. 4467 2:45 p.m. London, Canada. That sounds so weird to say that.
London's such a infamous city.
Okay, she already knows she's a generator. Any insight
Spiritual path or
into
mission?
spiritual path?
Got it. Yep, we're
or
going to
mission
talk
to
about
prepare.
your. Okay, let me get your chart in here.
All right, and let
Actually,
me
I wonder if
see
I already-
what I got. Okay, so here we go. So spiritual path or mission. You have North Node Taurus, South Node Scorpio. I just got the tickles.
South Node Scorpio.
So
I've been trying to fix it with just my lyrics.
okay. So here's a little fun little thing, is that we're not about to, but in maybe a few months,
Pretty close.
We're going to move to North Node Taurus, South Node Scorpio. I'm actually excited about that. But anyways, this means that you are going to be going through your nodal return next year. Later, basically I think next year. But this is a big deal because this is an 18-month-long transit. So this is your chance to really align your life with your mission, which is North Node, Taurus, is about letting go of the drama with your mama and stepping into and stepping
Ah,
into stability, financial abundance. So it's like, let life be a little boring. Just like let it settle down. Let life settle down and calm, like calm, stable, cool. And when you're in that grounded space, this is like the goddess, like the empress, right? You also have Venus in Taurus right there. So there could be a relationship that really helps you align with this. There could be someone like, this is really what you truly desire, is to be in like the joy of life, enjoying the moments, enjoying like the fruits of your labor, literally like lounging around like Venus, but like doing it in the way where you're like with a little bit of luxury, you know? Taurus is like the luxurious life, okay? Like this is why I love Taurus. It's like you got to enjoy it. Enjoy the material things in life. That's what you're here to do. I know that sounds crazy, but the thing about the material possessions and the money and the abundance that come into your life actually help you find that stability and that grounding that you need to move away from the drama that comes with a Scorpio South node. And it's about don't take risks. Don't take crazy ass risks in your life. You're done doing that. You've done that in the past. You may have done that before in this past life, but this lifetime, before, a little bit before in this life, but right now, you need to like let life be a little bit boring, because that's what happens when you start to live in that Taurus
aw.
North Node. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the most epic way, because the more you live in that space, the more you feel stronger and more powerful and like in your element. And it's also, you are also here to have a spiritual experience, to expand your mind, North Node in the ninth, to explore new horizons. So you can explore new horizons, but in a stable way, in a more grounded way. And that's when you're going to feel the most alive and the most excited in life. So that's what I got.
All right. And then as far as the destiny and what you're here for, this has to do with your left angle cross of endeavor. And it's interesting that you have South Node Scorpio because your your incarnation in this lifetime is karmic. You are here to work things and get to your destiny through working out karmic relationships with other people. So with a left angle, you require karmic relationships, and they, this is already, it's destiny, it's already on your plate for you to partake in. It's preordained, but it's not like a right angle person where they will gain clarity from their own experience and witnessing their own experience. You will gain clarity about your destiny through these karmic connections and karmic relationships. Now, in particular, with regards to the cross of endeavor, it's about you are basically an agent of change. So you're on the lookout for something new and something that you can be in charge of. It's people who focus their ambition, they're instrumental in bringing together all of the people, all of the forces in a really controlled environment in order to get to a common goal. For example, scientific innovators are creating structures that improve like communities and the way businesses work together. You're basically the bring a hub person, and you bring together businesses or you bring together people, and you're here to help figure out how it is that we can work better together. Now, you were particularly born in the quarter of initiation, which means that for you, the theme and your purpose is fulfilled through your mind. So, to fulfill your life and your purpose through your mind, you start the journey on the mental plane, thinking about all the concepts and ideas, reflecting, learning, sharing what it means to be alive and in a body. And then that beginning lays the foundation to survive and thrive in the next quarter for humanity. So, part of your incarnation is about knowing what it's like to be in your body and sharing that with other people so that we can learn from your experience and from your sharing. So, that's really very, very cool. I would look into your Enneagram because that will give you a lot of information as well. Just because as I was reading about the incarnation of Endeavor, I kept thinking of the type 6. And
Mm.
I don't know if that's the case because I don't have any other information and it's not very easy for me to ascertain your type, but just that gave me a hit about the Enneagram. So I would look into that as well.
Epic. Amazing. These readings are so much fun. By the way, I love Taurus energy. I just, when I see it in a chart, I'm like,
Me
yeah.
too.
Okay.
I just met the most epic Taurus reflector the other day, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
ah.
Wow.
That's the perfect sign to be a reflector because the energy is naturally to just sit and wait.
Mm. Okay, so
So
we
I
got
thought that was
Ronnie.
really cool.
Ronnie next. Please put up your information and question. And then it's Belinda, Naomi, and Aaron. So
I
we're
can't
on the
stop
last
thinking about
4.
that song.
Say, I can't remember the words.
Shirani.
Oh, no.
But I don't know Ronnie at all. Oh, okay. Let's do this. It's Ronnie. Okay.
Use your outside voice. No one in the back can hear you. Shy Ronnie. He shot himself.
Okay, that's enough.
Why is the gun so small? What did I think you could do this? I forgot this money and also this guy. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Ronnie.
my word. All right.
Shy
Here we go,
Ronnie.
Not Ronnie. Ronnie. Okay. I can't believe you remember like that whole thing.
I've watched that video way too many times.
Oh, okay.
It's like I know it by heart. When it's there, I sing along. Shy
Okay,
Ronnie
I'm
is
so
one
glad
of the
you
most
think it's funny.
underrated SNL skits.
The most underrated, for real. Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay, here we go.
Oh my gosh. All right, I've got your info.
9781.
And it's a question about career. And what your question is actually, I don't know your design yet, but you're like cage fighter, herbalist, or psychic quilt maker. That makes me think that you're an manifesting generator with an undefined G, but let's find out.
Put the psychic intuitive abilities to the test. All right, September 7th, 81.
Let's see if I've learned enough about this stuff.
802. Do everything Ronnie said. Tell him, Ronnie. No one in the back can hear you. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
I'm dying over here.
It's the Gemini in me. It's the Gemini. It's coming out. It's like, let me out.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. Okay.
Ooh. Mm. Mm.
Okay. All right. Tucson. Do I have this correct?
Mm.
Focus. Focus.
Yes, I'm gonna make sure I have the right time.
Okay. So here's the question.
Okay.
Guidance with spiritual mission, okay, and career path, and how they might collaborate. Ooh, like cage fighter. Wait, what? Cage fighter herbalist? What's that?
I think those
Or
are the different career
psychic
paths.
quilt maker. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, psychic quilt maker sounds epic.
Let's see. What are all those noises?
It's the pump.
Oh, okay.
It's the diabetes pump. Thanks for bearing with me on all of that, guys.
So here we go. Bring the remix.
Okay.
All right. You can go first if you want this time. Or should I go first?
No, you go first because I get to look up one more thing. And let me pull it up real quick.
Bonnie.
So you go first.
All right. So, okay. North node Leo, South node Aquarius, North node conjunct Mars in Leo in your 10th house. So, the truth is that your spiritual mission and your career path are automatically connected already because you have North node in the 10th house. So, check. One thing checked off the list.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Check and check.
Check. So let me look at what else did you say? Let me see where the transiting nodes are. Okay, so let's talk about your natal chart. So North Node in Leo, what does that mean? North Node in Leo means that you are here to remember to have fun. You're here to live life to the fullest. You're here to let go, to let yourself play. And so basically, your life purpose is to do anything that lights you up, that activates your fire, that makes you shine really bright, that where you're in the limelight and you feel special and you feel amazing, and your actions and everything that you do is all tied in there with it, and it's tied in with your career. So focus on your career by having a blast. I mean, dude, who doesn't want that? Now, what you need to move away from is feeling like you're stuck, feeling like, you're being persecuted for having certain beliefs, feeling like you're not special, feeling like you're just hiding or like no one can see you. Feeling like no one can see you or hear you, okay? Don't be Chironi. You need to So stop acting like because no one in the back can hear you, because everybody can hear you, okay? Oh my God. But I'm not even kidding, okay? That's really what it's like. Also, what you need to walk away from with South Node in the 4th is don't focus so much on like trying to be home and like have a family and like and all that stuff, right? Because that's gonna keep you like stuck in like, oh, you feel like you can't move forward. You're like in a box, or you're like being kind of crowded in, and that's not your focus. Your focus is to have fun, to be in the limelight, to shine your brightest. This is Leo, ruled by the sun. Your soul has to shine bright, and it needs to be in like center stage, like Chironi when Rihanna leaves the room doing backflips and stuff. I'm just kidding. So ridiculous. I'm sorry.
That's so crazy that I just kept hearing the song.
I wasn't even thinking about that. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
But it's because it was my intuitive hit. It was totally the south north node.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh my
So
God.
you are a pure generator. You have a very active motor. So you have a lot of energy to do lots of things. But you have undefined root center. So you're always feeling like you're under pressure to finish stuff, and You don't need to. You don't need to worry about that. The thing that is really cool is the right angle cross of consciousness in the third line, which means it has to do with prosperity. So the right angle cross. So you came here to be prosperous from this incarnation. So let me read to you what this means to you. So the right angle is because you're witnessing your experience. You don't need other people to gain clarity about your destiny, but you are here. This is about looking to make sense of your past by testing it against accepted patterns. You can assist all of us in the process of working through confusion and understanding your experiences. So the more you think about your life now and you test out your theories and your beliefs and your processes and the way you move around, we learn from you how to be better in this life. So you inspire all of us to think in new and improved ways to make sense of life and the process and how to make progress.
I
Okay?
love that. That is
So that's
so North
super
Node in Leo, like
duper
inspiration
super
and
cool.
creativity and passion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then your environment is valleys narrow, which tells me that the best place for you is where there is a lot of collaboration, there's a lot of sharing of ideas, but it's focused. So you do have to, if there are lots of distractions, just remind yourself that it's better for you interaction, yes, but it has to have some focus for you, not just like interaction with everybody all the time. It needs to probably be more on one, and you can have many people in your life, but it's probably best for you to just focus on one idea or one concept or one person at a time. But definitely all about the sharing, interacting, trading, making sure your life is very Leo. I mean, just
Mm-hmm.
keep going toward that.
I love that.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazing. All right, Belinda, here we go. Let's pull it up. We've got 5:28:63. We've got 9:30 p.m. and Fort Defiance. Arizona. You're welcome. You're welcome. That was fun. Okay. So, do you have a question? Oh, yeah. What changes can I expect in the next month? I am a projector with an incarnation cross of right angel cross of planning.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
The right angle cross of planning. Yes.
Chandra doing the Shirani no dance. I forgot this money and also this guy. Let's not say the next words. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
All right. The next month. So let me pull it up for me. So what do we have going on the next month? Well, a lot of retrogrades are coming up, that's for sure. So I would say right now in general, I think for everybody, this is really important time if you are wanting to take action in your life in regards to stuff, then it's important for you to take action now and not wait. April 24th, I think, 23rd or 24th is the day where, what's the first planet that goes retrograde? Oh my God, I can't remember.
I thought it was Mars, no?
No, not
Mercury?
Mars. Is it? No, Mars just went retrograde. No, it's not Mars. It's either Pluto. It's one of the slow
I
planets.
think it is Pluto.
Yeah, I think it's Pluto. So these
It's
are
a
like
gnarly one. Oh
these are like
god.
the 6-month
Oh
retrogrades.
god.
So right now is really important to start, work with the energies that are happening right now to help you manifest for the next month. But what changes can you expect? Let us take a look. The South Node has, recently entered your 11th house. So I would say this is kind of the next thing that you're working on is in terms of the house of sharing your gifts with the world and bringing your light to humanity. Your realm of friendships and acquaintances and networks of people, all of that is going to be starting to change soon. You're probably already feeling that, but the South Node is like emptying that cup and saying, maybe there's a new way that you are here to share with the world that maybe you didn't know before. Now, the North Node is going to be conjuncting your Sun in the 5th house. So this is also while things are changing in your 11th, you're also being asked to focus on your 5th, which is your creativity, your passion, your activation of the things that you want to create and manifest in your life. This is about also the place of fun and children, and also romantic relationships. Sun in the 5th house is really strong because it is in its home house. The 5th house is ruled by Leo. So there's also this kind of energy of like the sun is a little bit kind of like in Leo world or Leo energy, which means this is also a focus of you to have fun. So I think right now, really, the next things are like focus on having fun because you're going to have this North Node like going over your sun, which can feel like an activation of your inner light. And Mars is right there too. So that's happening now and it's going to continue. So the nodes just entered your 11th and 5th houses. So I would say that's a big theme for you, your creativity and sharing your creativity with the world. That's one thing. Now, the Venus and so the Aries, the Sun Venus conjunction happened in your 3rd house. So this is also an activation of sharing your voice, speaking your truth, communicating with people, especially within relationships. The full moon happened in your 9th house of spiritual integration. So you're also integrating a lot right now. We know within this moon and the next moon, there's going to be some reflecting, some understanding, and also maybe lighting up your belief systems and like, what do you believe in? Is this something that I want to believe in? Asking you all of that and asking you to heal if there's any insecurities with communicating or speaking your truth or saying what you want to say. The universe is also asking you to look at that stuff and let go of anything that doesn't serve you, because you really do have to step forward with more fire. With more fire. Have you seen the Fifth Element movie? No fire, no nothing. Okay, so like that guy in the
More
5th
love.
element. Yeah, so like more spunk, I guess, is what the universe is saying. Feel more free to really like speak your mind, wherever you feel like an insecurity about it. That's what I would say is really kind of coming up. Jupiter, you're also going to go through your 2nd Saturn return too, towards the later part of the Saturn transit, but that's going to be you coming into a more mature expression of the crone energy within yourself as well. So that is that. Jupiter's really shining on your Saturn right now, basically exactly conjunct your Saturn. And so your wisdom and your energy as a teacher, as a presence, is really being aspected. Your innovation, your ability to come up with new ideas to like make money and bring abundance in, that's being aspected. And yeah, that's what's coming through for me.
Yeah, that's beautiful because you have the channel of community and the channel of awareness. So the channel of awareness is up here between gate 61 and 24, and the channel of community between 40 and 37. And then the channel of awareness at the top is regards to your moon, your Venus, and your south node. And then the channel of community is with regards to your sun and Pluto. And that's because this right angle cross of planning is all about you. Basically, you're one of those epic people that just has this innate knowing and capacity to know how to fix, how to see things, how to see patterns among people, and where things need to be fixed and corrected. And that is what you need. That is where Jai was talking about speaking it out and healing the things that you need to heal with regards to whatever sort of conflicts you've ever been through with regards to you speaking this epic ability that you have, because through experimenting you look at ways to correct and improve at everything and how things can be established in a new way to help all of us benefit, and especially to help your community. And that's why I mentioned the gate of awareness and the gate of community, because in combination you are basically someone that people come to learn how to fix their community. So you need to just speak it, because you're able to see all of the patterns and see all of that perspective, and you just know how to do it with people. And then let me see if there's anything else here. And yeah, you were born in the quarter of civilization, which means that you're fulfilled by the mind's concepts, so that's the quarter of initiation, are made concrete in a form that supports your body's journey through life. So when you go about life and you learn about you, you help the rest of us to create a better society. So like I said, again, it's that epic connection between these defined centers, right? The defined crown, the defined ajna, and you have this constant energy flow between the two. So you're always thinking and you're always knowing what people need and how to fix it, and you're always concerned about your community, the heart center and the solar plexus. So follow your strategy, allow people to recognize that epic ability in you, and then explain to them, give them all the information that you've known for a long time, but they just needed to recognize that you've known for a long time.
Nice. Awesome. So Naomi's information is June 3rd, 1965 at 1:11 a.m. in Ganado, Arizona. That's correct, right,
111.
Belinda? Yeah, right. 1965. Is that correct? I think it is. I'm gonna wait for confirmation. And then after Naomi, we have Aaron, and then we're done for the evening. And we do have Micah for next time, and then also Stephanie signed up for next time. So there you go. You're welcome, Belinda. You're so welcome, and thank you everyone for hanging out with us and checking this out. I know it's really fascinating to watch these readings for sure. You learn a lot too about astrology and human design, and yeah, it's just super fascinating. Love the stuff. And if you guys want to get like longer readings, for those of you watching or those of you guys that got a reading, if you're interested in, like, I do starseed readings. Those are my favorites. I also do astral starseed DNA activations. I don't really promote those very much, but I think I may do a promotion as well soon on those because they're super amazing. It's like you get your own little audio file of your own astral travel journey to activate your starseed mission, and yeah, and I've done enough starseed readings now that I think there's plenty of people that have had one to be able to say, okay, I can open up the door and maybe have a little little sale or something like that. I don't know. And if you want to get readings with Chandra, you can also check out her website, which is
chandrasanga.us.
chandrasanga.us.
Thank you.
Okay, so yes means it's correct. Okay, so let's just go from there. So the question, Naomi, is there any chance in my career, in the horizon, or or with my finances? Okay. Let me look
Okay,
at
well, let me tell you
transits.
where the line threes are: North Node, South Node, Mercury,
Are you covering up the mic a
Pluto.
little bit?
Oh, sorry, I was covering my face. North Node, South Node, Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, Moon. So those are all chances and opportunities for prosperity.
Oh, wait, say that again. Can you say that again,
Yeah,
please? Okay.
the moon. So wherever these hit are opportunities for you for prosperity. So I always relate that to career, and that is the North Node, Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, and the Moon.
Where's your Pluto?
And then I will
Well, it's
take a
kind
look
of
at
all
what
that's
gates
like
that is
it's like
activating.
all over her chart. Okay, so I'll just but
Which basically means that you basically wherever you focus your attention, you will find prosperity in that area. So
so
it's a very unique sort of
mhm.
design
No,
in
this
that
is
way.
cool. I like this. I like this a lot. So she has North Node in Gemini. So you are actually going through your nodal return right now, just like I am. Your wow, our suns are our suns are conjunct. Boom. Well, we were born on the same day. So, but
Oh,
you're going through
cool.
your nodal return right now, which means there's an activation here. You were also born on a Sun Jupiter day. Not exact, but very close. Sun
What?
conjunct
No
Jupiter.
wonder.
Gemini, Mercury in Gemini as well, and all of this is in your third house of communication. So, the duality between what helps me understand the third house is the duality between the third and the ninth. The ninth is about like publications, right? So like actually writing and publishing things, also expanding your horizons. So that means that you bring a lot of wisdom from past lives into this life. You've already explored so much of the world, and now you are here to tell about it, to tell your story. So if you've ever considered writing a book, I would consider that, to tell your life story or your experiences or your wisdom, because you this is it. Like this nodal return is and duality is really about bringing the wisdom into this lifetime and sharing the wisdom that you've learned. So that's a big part of your life mission, right? Now, when it comes to your career house, you do have Sagittarius at the cusp of your career house. So last year, all of the Capricorn energy was really going through your 10th house. So last year was a year where you may have experienced a lot of changes, maybe some letting go, some releasing in terms of career, because it was making space for something new. So there is room for something new. You do have the moon in the fifth house, which means you have strong creative abilities. You're always changing your way of creating things and manifesting. This is where your life is fluctuating the most. Your power, your Pluto, is found within your sixth house. So your power, and it's in Virgo. So your power is to focus on the details. Your power is to be centered here, present in the moment. Your power is to kind of like manage your life, like make your schedule, like live your life along to what feels right for you, but also do it in a way that's very unique, because Uranus is right here too in this Virgo stellium in your sixth house, and your Saturn is in Pisces in your 12th house, which means that you really are like some kind of like you have spiritual wisdom to share as well with the world.
Yes, so I have several things to say about that. You are an emotional manifester. So you have all of the willpower and all of the initiation energy. You have the ability to start things. You have lots and lots of ideas all the time. You're the one who's like, I have this idea for an invention. I have this idea for a project. I have this idea for that. But your gift is to just speak that into existence and let someone else with a motor, a generator, actually do the idea.
Mm.
So you're the idea person. You're not the doer of the thing necessarily. And then the other thing that I want to say that is very similar to what Jai said is you have an undefined G center. So this makes you a chameleon, and like you can have any career, any personality. You're always looking for love, and you're always looking for direction, and you're always trying to find identity. But the gift of the open G center is that you can take on any identity at any moment. It's like trying on a cool new outfit, and it always fits perfectly. So you can be something new very quickly. And with your defined crown and your defined mind, you're very good at just like very quickly, you know how to be whatever it is. You can be, I had a teacher who described my open G center as like you can be a basket weaver to a lawyer to a babysitter to a priest, all like one day to the next, right? And you'll just fit right into that identity or personality or way of being because you have this very open center. So you have that epic ability. You don't need to feel the pressure to choose any one of them, because the fun of your life is in the right angle cross of consciousness, which is you have a very personal experience, but the cross of consciousness is about all of those different experiences that you bring together to learn who you are. So you're driven by expectations, you're driven by a hunger for progress, you're driven to explore things in a new way. You experience mental pressure to look for change, you experience pressure to move on and improve things. And the experiences that you get along the way are what take you to that destiny. So you have the perspective of been there, done that, and that is your potential to constantly drive others for change. And then what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, that's right. Your cognition is touch, which you can only with touch, you are literally a magician. You
Mm.
can be a Reiki master very quickly. You've probably learned this in many other past lives. You have the ability to transfer energy from yourself, your aura, with your aura. So when people come into your aura, they receive a lot from you. You can literally do things with your hands. You can hold energy with your hands. Animals may be drawn to you because you have a very strong giving sense with your with your touch. And obviously this is your literal hands, but also any part of your body and your aura, the space around you. The thing about having the touch is what Jai was saying, is having to experience many hardships and many things along the way, because touch is about sharing wisdom, and you can only share wisdom after you've gained it. And pretty much all the time you gain wisdom by going through some shit. So it is what it is. I have the same cognition. So I know what I've been through. I can only imagine what every other person who's got this gift also has been through. It's you gain the wisdom to share it with this touch energy by having gone through the ringer.
Mm.
So that's very, very cool. But that's also your destiny. You are here to share that with people, to to put that energy into things and to just bring it out into the world.
Mm. Wow. That's
Yeah.
powerful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have Aaron. Aaron is the last one for tonight. So please put up your question, Aaron. And here we go. And then for next time, which will be in 2 weeks, we've got Micah again and then Stephanie. So that is that. Thank you, everyone. Yay. Belinda says all spot on. Thank you both. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yay. Thanks, Belinda. And thank you, Naomi.
Yeah, love it. So dang. So you guys ready for tomorrow night too? The magic of Venus.
The cauldron of destiny.
I love Wednesday nights readings and show. Yeah, that's what we got going on this week. We have that, and then I'll be doing mini readings again on. Well, actually, we'll be doing mini readings with Julia on Friday.
Oh, that's right.
We have something special every day now.
Yay.
So I'll be doing readings with Julia. I was gonna ask you if
that's my daughter.
It's like me and Julia, and then you just kind of hang out since we did these.
Are you kicking me off of the broadcast?
Yes. No, I'm just kidding, dude.
No, dude, I love it. I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just be right here managing
chilling,
the other stuff.
Yeah. No, I think that would be so much fun. But I'm totally kidding. But I was just saying that instead of doing remember that one time we did it with her?
Where she did cards.
She did cards. Yeah, I just meant that.
Mhm.
It's totally I was not kicking you out at all though. That's actually pretty
No,
funny.
no, I was joking. I really was joking. But I also was like, no, because I love that idea. I'll be here because, I have to
want
do
to
the
see
mouse
what it's
and all
like
that
to do
stuff.
readings with me and Julia.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think that's what she's expecting. So we're gonna have to, yeah.
So cute. By the way, we're talking about a 9-year-old. I'm gonna do readings.
9 going on 29.
So,
For
Erin,
reals.
are you still watching, my dear? My dear. Let me see if she left a note or something. It just says reading. So we'll give it a couple more minutes. If we don't hear from you, we're just going to put it on for the next time, okay?
Oh, I just noticed that Naomi and Belinda both have the channel of community.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's cool. Yeah.
Love
That's
J
something
Boogie.
that they share. It's very cool.
Can't wait for her to drop some wisdom on. I know, me too. I am going
Dude, yeah.
to
She's so
love it.
on point.
She literally texted me today and she was like, the other day she was like, can I please do readings with you on Friday? And I was like, of course, And then today she's like, we're doing readings on Friday. She texted me, and then I texted her 7 p.m. and she's like, 7 p.m. your time or my time? And I was like, your time. She's ready, you guys. She's more ready than I am. Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
She really wanted, so there's this Thai restaurant that's finally opening back up for eating in. And so she needed to know what time the readings were because she wanted to go to the Thai restaurant. So we're going to skip Thai because we're definitely doing the readings.
Aw.
So no, it's fine because the readings are more important, obviously.
Oh my God, that's adorable. Okay, we got Mary's information in. Okay. So I'm going to put it in 602. I love this. I'm really excited for your reading, Mary, by the way. Cincinnati. Here we go. And here we go. But yeah, so you guys, Friday will be regular, so it'll be back to the regular rate, which is 25 for mini readings, and I include oracle or tarot readings or any kind of astrology readings, but I think we'll probably end up doing mostly tarot because with Julia, which would be really, really
with
fun.
Her epic unicorn cards.
I know her unicorn cards.
And those are so amazing.
Oh my God.
Every time she pulls a card, it's just really on point.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we've got 8/19/75, 6:02 a.m. Okay. So what is the question? Let's see. At a crossroads with marriage, which way to go next, and also feel connected to Mother Mary? Do you see it in my chart? Thank you. Okay. Yes. Oh, Jess says, I loved my reading the last time Julia helped. I know, it's so sweet. She's so sweet. Everyone's excited. So I'm going to do a transit reading for you, or look at your transits in my little program. So,
Little program.
for your astrology. Okay. One time I took this Udemy class. My very first astrology class was a Udemy class from this Russian guy. It was the best.
Oh, dude, that's
It was
awesome.
the best. It's like, we're learning popular astrology. The first thing. Oh my
man, I love
God.
that.
Okay. So we got it. Okay, here we go. Let me see what I see here. So connections to Mother Mary. You know what I would recommend, Erin, that you actually get a starseed reading from me, because that is how I can really tap into those kind of markings, like connections to ancient Avalon, which would definitely be connections to Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, and also connections to like the fixed stars, especially Fomalhaut is a connection to Christ and Christ consciousness. So I would really recommend you get one of those readings if you're able to, because that will really like kind of open up like a whole new world. So, you do have some pretty epic markings, I will say. I will say that, in terms of starseed stuff, I do see some Pleiades, I do see some Regulus, fixed star stuff. You do have Venus in Virgo, which is the sign of the Virgin. So,
Cool.
yeah, there is a lot of kind of Mother Mary Virgin energies in your chart, I would say, if I say so myself. Whoa, South Node on Algol. All right, I'm going to stop. But it is really strong, I would say that. So relationship, right? Marriage. At a crossroads with marriage, and which direction to go next. So, what's your partner's sign, sun sign, and maybe moon sign if you know it? You have sun in Leo, moon in Capricorn, rising is Leo, Venus is in Virgo, north node Scorpio. Okay, so you're watching a little delayed. Can someone put it in the chat for us? So she like has to fast forward a little bit, or like reset the video, like exit out and come back in. Is someone able to put that in the chat for her so she knows, because she's watching a little delayed? But yeah, so let's see. I need a moment. Do you wanna go ahead
Yes,
and
go. Yes, I was
talk
gonna
about
say.
what you?
Okay, so you are an emotional
We can't see the
manifesting
chart.
generator.
We can't see the chart yet.
Oh,
Sorry.
Chandra, get with it.
Sorry. Just it's because
I
you're
like
just
it.
it's
It's
because
fine,
okay,
dude.
okay.
I'm
It's because you're
fine.
my sister, so it's like just like Zog,
Dog.
quit zogging around.
Just love how we get along. I love it.
Zoggy
Okay.
zog. Okay, here we go.
Doggy
And I'm
zog.
gonna look at it real quick. So you go ahead.
All right. So you are an emotional manifesting generator. So you have a defined solar plexus. And I wonder what your spouse has and whether they have an open solar plexus, because that may cause a little bit of passive aggressive behavior on their part, and your desire to like want to really just resolve issues, because you don't have any issues with confrontation. So if they do, this creates a lot of tension in that area, in emotionally. You do have an open G center, so you're always trying to figure out like, where can I find love, where can I find direction. And if they also, depending on how your charts combine, if that center isn't filled, you're both looking, still experimenting with, where is the love, where is the direction,
Where
where
is
is
the
my identity.
love?
Yeah. Where's the love? And because I've been sort of playing around with the combined what are those called in astrology? The when you put them
Synastry?
together?
Synastry?
No, not the synastry, the other one.
Composite?
The composite. So you can do composite charts in human design as well. And I've been really playing around, and I've been noticing that what that does, depending on where the charts, when you put them together, what it does for the relationship. So that would be really interesting to know. And but for you, it means that you are always looking for direction. The other thing is you have an undefined spleen, which also tells me that you need another person to make you feel safe and make you feel that sort of to figure out what are the things that you need that are safe and that are good for you, good for your body, good for your nutrition, good for your soul. So you need that from a relationship. And if you're not getting that, then that can be really challenging. So I think that those are probably the areas that if you're having questions about it, it's sort of showing up in some way or another in that space. The other thing is you don't need to worry about having questions in those areas because that is just who you are. So you can release all of your own self-judgment and all of the judgment that everybody else has been putting on you throughout your life and even now, because it's not you. You're not here to fit into a square of an identity. You're not you will always receive love. You're always attracting it to yourself. It's up to you to respond and to answer the call. The phone calls will always be coming. It's up to you to pick up the phone and answer the call with regards to love. Um, Let me think about, oh, the right angle cross of contagion. So this is a personal journey for you. You don't need other people to fulfill your destiny, which can also be interesting if it's the opposite for your spouse. If they're a left angle person, then they do need people. And for you, it's more of a independent journey. So this is the energy that you just exude, and that can create some friction with the people around you, sometimes, not always. But anyway, the whole point of the contagion in the third line, it has to do with prosperity for you as well. And it's about being really quick to respond to any experience. You like to leap into things, and you find fulfillment through commitment, whether that's relationships, work, or projects. I think this has to do with your Venus in Virgo, and it is in your third line of prosperity. So when you commit fully and you just dive right in, you find prosperity in that thing, person, project, whatever it is. So you're the type of person who's looking to bond, to find a deep space through that bonding and that commitment that creates empowering to a new direction. So that's what you're here to help humanity. And you do this in your life, and other people watch you because you are also an influencer. You are observed. So you do this, and your destiny is to continue to do this all the time. And other people will watch you and they will learn from watching you how it is to be, how is the right way to be committed, what is the right way to create bonds, what is the way that how is it that when we commit, when we create bonds, we're able to find direction and fulfill the beauty of life? So,
Wow.
yeah.
I was gonna say when you said bonds, so what I'm looking at in her chart is her Juno, which is the asteroid of
Mm,
marriage and the asteroid of commitment and soulmates. So you're gonna feel the most comfortable. It's in Cancer for you, and it is conjunct Saturn. So
mm,
you are gonna feel the most comfortable when with someone who either or feel like that soulmate connection with someone who either is a Cancer or knows or understands the water element in their chart, or has a lot of water in their chart, or has a lot of Cancer in their chart, maybe not their sun sign, but maybe they have some Cancer in their chart, because that and it needs to be a nurturing relationship. Like you have to nurture, you have to be able to nurture, and then they have to be able to nurture you as well. So, or you have to be able to feel like you're being nurtured. Saturn right there too, although Saturn in the moon's realm in Cancer, which is the moon, is very interesting energy. It still says this is something really important to you and something that is serious. Like it's a serious matter. This is also, okay, she says, my husband is triple Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Pisces. Okay, that makes sense. That totally gives me a lot right there. So this is where you're going to feel the most comfortable, right? In that kind of Cancerian, a spiritual relationship too, because it's in your 12th house. So there has to be some kind of spiritual connection for you to really feel that bond, that like deep full bond that you are longing for, that Chandra was talking about. Now you do have Venus in Virgo. So Venus's Virgo is in the house that is, or in the sign where she is considered in fall position. But, you know, she does represent the Virgin, right? That's the Virgo energy. This is also where you can really, what you truly desire is very specific. So what can happen with Venus and Virgo is that it can get really picky. And so the partner of someone with Venus and Virgo, Chandra, the partner of someone with Venus and Virgo can feel a little overwhelmed with like the demands of like this, like I need this to be like this way, I need this to be this way, and like so it can get a little overwhelming because the stop it. Because the
because
I know, I'm just kidding. Because the Venus in Virgo is like, I mean, and it can, this is the shadow. This is the shadow expression. So Venus in Virgo is not a bad thing. It's just the shadow of it can be really gnarly. And it can be things like, I don't want to be intimate unless you took a shower first. Or things like that, right? Or like, I don't want to, you know, I don't feel comfortable unless like the sheets are like there's clean sheets or whatever, right? So like these things are so not, they're in the moment, but they're so like they take you out of the moment. You know what I'm saying? So if that's going on, if there's a shadow expression of Venus and Virgo going on, it can be it can really take people like out of the mood, you know, just in general for like kind of anything. But the high expression of Virgo is like accepting everything for the purity that it is in its own essential natural essence and enjoying life because it is, everything is perfect just the way it is. That's the highest expression. That's the highest frequency of Virgo. It's like the purity of the divine, right? Because the virgin literally is able to have the child of God. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually very, she's like, I'm such a dirty hippie. So maybe that's not a good example, but there are certain things where you may have little particular things the way you like them, which can be overwhelming to someone else if they're not on that same page as you.
Yeah, it's when it comes to relationships. I can speak to that because I know that from my own experience. For example, for me, it's like I just really like getting flowers, and if I don't get flowers, I'm just like, like
That's a
you know, and it's just like with relationship and with romance and with romantic partnership, I have things that need to be fulfilled, and if they're not fulfilled, I'm going to ask for them. And yeah, like that might take it out of the moment, but like that's how I like it. So
exactly, because it takes you, because that's why it's such a tricky thing, because it that's what gets you in the moment.
yes,
But it might take somebody out
exactly.
of the moment.
Yeah.
So it's a fine line. I know this is really funny, you guys. Okay, moving on. So the other thing that's really significant is, okay, let's talk about all of the Aquarius energy. I do have high expectations. Yeah, Virgo can, because they see the potential, right? Wendy, I'll buy myself flowers. Let's talk a little bit about the Aquarius energy. Yeah. So the Aquarius. So you're talking husband is Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Mercury. Okay. So that means that he was born near a new moon in Aquarius. It means that can be very aloof. So like out there, like floating in the ethers, and then you're like, Earth to husband. Earth to husband. Are you there? Okay.
Houston to Aquarius.
That's the Aquarius energy. I have friends. Oh God. I have friends. Okay, let's not go there. But
I have a moon in Aquarius, so I
okay,
know what
so
that's
and my
like.
husband has moon in Aquarius too. So I understand it
Yeah.
too. Like Earth to dawn. Yes. Yes. Okay.
That's totally
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Just out there. Yeah, very detached, which can be really frustrating when you need that bond. Cuz you're like, can you just be here with me, in this moment? Can you just like be right here? Okay. So the thing about it, here's the trick about that. All of that Aquarius stuff, well, depending on what degree it is, if it's in the later degrees, past 14 degrees, it is actually in your 7th house. It drives me insane. So do you know the degrees? Now I'm getting really, really specific. But if it is beyond 14 degrees, Sun, Moon, Mercury, this is all in your 7th house, which means you're actually attracted to it because it is opposing your sun. So the reason why you guys felt that intense magnetic attraction is because you have Leo sun and he has Aquarius sun. So these are opposing energies that feel the magnetic intensity, the passion, but can burn out because then you realize, well, we're so different. It was like they like opposites attract, but then they like repel each other. So that's a big deal. Like the sun's opposing can be intense attraction, but then it can burn out. That's something that I feel. Yeah, exactly. The polarity opposite of your Leo. Yes, exactly.
With the moon in Aqua, what I would have to say about that, because you have Jai, you have moon in Leo and I have moon in Aqua, and I know what that's like in my experience. So with the moon in Aqua, for him, it's like he has a really good ability to just allow the fullness of who you are, but sometimes he may feel like your sun, because the sun in Leo is like the biggest shining star. The rest of us can never compare,
and it's on
to a
Regulus.
Sun Leo person.
And
like,
it's on Regulus.
Well, shit, they're just going to be shinier than everybody. Great, And so that might feel like that for him sometimes. But too bad, so sad. It is what it is. But that it's like, like I've come to grips with that, right? But what I mean is like that's also the beauty of it, because the beauty of you is to be so shining, and the beauty of him is to just be able to witness it.
She goes, I'm a lot. Okay. So then Saturn is like making his little rounds through your 7th house too. And so is Jupiter. So they're like, whatever is going on in the relationship, Jupiter's right now like, look at it. Okay? Look at it. Look at me. Look at me.
That's where the questions are coming. Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's just like a little too much emphasis, right, on that area. So
and it's also actually for you as a Leo probably really challenging, because it's making his energy big. And you're like, wait, hello, I'm the biggest.
And so that means that Saturn is also opposing your energy, your sun, which is a difficult transit. So all Leos and Leo risings are going through kind of a difficult transit right now. So I hope it's a good cry. So you are basically experiencing this intense, like something's trying to restrict your energy, and this is what's happening in the collective to all Leo energies. But you may be taking it out on him because he represents that in a way. So that could be something else that's going on. You had one more question that I want to ask, that I want to talk about. And it is basically your 9th house of travel. So you're like, I want to travel. You're like feeling the travel bug. So here's what I'll say about that. Where is Saturn transiting? Okay. So, South Node. So there's a lot going on in your 9th house. So what this is you've got the Sun-Venus conjunction happened in your ninth house. The full moon happened in the duality between the ninth and the third house, where the Sun and Chiron and Venus are in your ninth house. You also natally have Jupiter and Chiron in Aries in your ninth house. You also have a couple of asteroids, Ceres, Pallas Athena, and then Vesta is in your eighth, but she's also in Aries, so part of this really intense stellium. So you have Aries right now, like lighting up your ninth house, which is the house of travel. So I know you feel like just heading out. Like, I'm out. The door just closed. Because everything is saying, go and explore. Right now, you're feeling the itch, right? Like, go and explore. And all of the planets are direct. And so they're saying, let's go. It's time to move. Like, let's make a move. Let's do something that's more passionate, that's more alive, that's more fiery. This is trining your Leo energy in your chart. I mean, this is a lot of activation of the ninth house of spiritual integration, of traveling, of learning, of education. So how can you feed this desire, right? How can you feed this desire within yourself, right? In a healthy way. That's the questions that you have to be asking yourself. Feed the desire, multipass. Feed the desire. You guys stop, because when you put movie lines in the chat, I can't help myself. I'm just totally kidding, Shannon. I fucking love it.
I think the feeding the desire must come from I stopped to share, but I'm going to share again because I want to show you something. Okay. I want to show you this gate here.
We're having too much fun with this
64, reading. Yeah, the 6447 up here between the crown and the ajna is the gate of, what's the name of it? It's called the channel of abstraction, but what it is about is mental activity mixed with clarity, and it's with regards to your moon and your Mercury. So I think that you can activate this desire to travel with astral travel.
Oh, yes, because Sagittarius is also the one that has the ability to astral travel. And that's the ninth house. So you totally are. You totally you're on a spiritual journey. You don't need it. You're on it. You're on it. So you have to allow yourself to just go and be on that journey, however that, shows up in your life. I think that's everything.
Yeah, and I invite everyone, not you especially though, to join us for our shamanic journeying and all of the I was going to say spiritual dance music. All of Jai's new moon, full moon ceremonies, because we all just go places with that, and that's really fun. So
yeah, and if you do decide to get the starseed reading from me, after you do the starseed reading, then it's available to get the astral starseed DNA activation, which is like your own individual journey, like a whole audio file that gets delivered to you about your own astral travel journey to activate your starseed mission. So I would highly recommend, because I know a little bit of your story. I know we've talked before. And so I would highly, highly recommend. Now, I wasn't doing these readings when I talked to you back then, but I am doing them now. So I would highly recommend spiritual dance. Multipass, Lily, Dallas. She knows it's a multipass. Okay. All right. Woohoo. We did it. I want to clap. I want to clap. That was actually really fun. That was a really fun reading. All of these readings were really fun today. Thank you, everyone, so, so, so much for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for getting your reading. I'll be back on Friday with mini readings with my niece, Julia, which is going to be really fun for the regular rate of $25. And then tomorrow night, join us for The Magic of Venus, where we give you the forecast of the week and your own reading for all the zodiac signs. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you guys. Check out the links in the description if you want to book longer readings with us. And anything else you want to share, Chandra?
No, that's it. Thank you all for being here so much. This is really fun. So let's keep it up. Yeah.
Satnam, everybody. See you next time.